on the Speedway, and we're about to go ride. Guess what? There's Brian. He's in car number 4. I'm in car number 9. We're about to do this.
Welcome back, everyone. It's another Sunday night here with How We Cruise. I love seeing some new faces here. Some people that we met on the ship. So welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
If you are like super new and just like stumbled across this nonsense, I'm Brian. This is Julie. Together, we're How We Cruise, and we do this every Sunday night at 9 p.m. where we sit and we talk cruising. Maybe we'll tell you about something that's going on in the cruising world. Maybe we'll tell you about a little deal that we heard about, or maybe we'll tell you about something that we did this week. Like maybe we went on a group cruise or something.
We had an amazing time. I'm happy to be home, but wow, what a great cruise. I mean, it was awesome. We had a great time. We got, and you know what? I'm going to say this, but I say this with a little bit of empathy for others out there. We really lucked out with the weather. That said, not everybody did. Not everybody did. We got really, really lucky because, I mean, we were supposed to have some really bad weather, almost like targeted right exactly where we were going. And we still had a fantastic time. We didn't miss any ports, and we got to do everything we wanted to do.
It was like we were playing hide and seek from Patty and Raphael.
This is true.
And Patty and Raphael, we won. We won. So,
but I do wish everybody else out there who did get affected, whether it was rerouted or missed the port or anything. I hope that you had the best time and made the best of it, and everybody's safe. And I mean, that's all we can do. So. But we had a great time, and we got really lucky, really, really lucky. We went to, well, first of all, we were on Freedom of the Seas.
Oh, you're like, you're all over.
I mean, okay. We were on Freedom of the Seas, and we went, we went to Falmouth, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Labadee, Haiti. So anyway, I'll let you take it from there.
I was just going to say, so there's some people that are new here, and we met, and so saw some already comments. I'm new here. I don't know what this is all about. So what this is all about is we talk cruising, and what we like for you guys to do is share, participate, Say hello in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you met us. Answer some questions. Participate, and then if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and check us out on the other socials.
Please
and
hit
make
the
sure
like
you're
button.
following along. That like button goes a long way to help us out. So that said,
and please comment. Do not be shy. We want to hear what you have to say.
But be nice and keep it clean.
Yes, please keep it clean. Yes, we did meet a lot of people in real life.
Kevin says, I'm not new, but I am shy, and I call BS on that right after I say keep it clean. But yeah, Kev, you were very much missed this week, and
we thought about you guys a lot.
Yeah, so but yes, we did think about a lot. So here we go. We'll start clicking on some comments here. So this saw one come up. So the YouTube is a little behind the software here, but
yeah, all right. Well,
but anyway, no. So you said, like we said, we did the Freedom of the Seas out of Fort Lauderdale. And
start with the one you're on right there. Real quick.
Mom says, I'm the mom.
Hi, Mom.
I'm here because I was not on the cruise and I'm bummed. And you know what, Mom? A lot of people were bummed that you were not on the cruise.
Yeah.
So if you,
we got a lot of comments, a lot of requests. Where's Mom and Dad?
If you were bummed that Mom was not there, please let us know in the chat that you were bummed Mom was not there. Make her feel better. But we did meet a lot of new people.
We did.
And one of the first people
like
we met,
right off the bat, before we got on the ship, we met people.
Hello, Jennifer.
In the hotel.
We started out at the embassy the night before the cruise and saw you almost every day on the ship. So fun.
I know.
Yes.
And our tables at dinner were almost, other than that wall dividing us, we're almost right next to each other. We met in the hotel and we ran into you guys the entire time. So how cool.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things we do with our groups, we make sure that the night before the cruise, we make sure everybody gets into town nice and early. Nobody's missing the ship. We want to make sure that our groups are taken care of. So we all met up at the Embassy Suites in Fort Lauderdale, which if you're looking for a good hotel before a cruise, you want to go to the Embassy Suites. It's super close.
I mean, there's a lot of good hotels, but
yes,
we had a fantastic experience there.
They were so
yeah
amenable to our group. They, you know, all Embassy Suites includes breakfast the next day. They have a happy hour the night before you know, every evening. There's a pool for the kids.
You check in,
plenty of space.
They give you some free drink vouchers for the happy hour. They have a few snacks out there. We were able to buy some like a late lunch, early dinner too in the restaurant there. And then the breakfast in the morning was fantastic. It was so good and complimentary to your stay there. So, I mean, wow. I mean, I love the layout of the rooms. We had enough room with the kids. And it's so close to the port. I mean, we just had a really good time there. So we, not endorsed, do recommend staying at the Embassy Suites. Yeah.
Mom says I fed the dogs. Hold on,
Thank you for that. They did more than feed the dogs.
Hold on, there's a comment here that says we're muted. Can everybody hear us? Can everybody see us? How's our sound? That may just be a little bit of cruise code coming.
Can you hear me now? If you guys hear this, I do have a bit of the cruise code. I do. It hit me yesterday on the plane, and getting home, I'm just a little congested. I have a little bit of stuff going on. Not that it matters, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. I was just curious, so I did take the big C test, and it was negative. This is just literally a little bit of sinus stuff going on. But, you know, it's the first time I've had anything in a really long time, so I'm okay with it.
Well, we did. Hello, Tony Diaz. You are not late. You're never late. We always wait for you, and now we can start that you're here, so you're not late. Yeah, so we had the meetup in the Embassy Suites, and that was great. And then we got everybody over to the port.
I mean, I think that night we said right off the bat, holy cow, this is going to be an amazing cruise. Because not only was our group just absolutely amazing, getting along fantastic, like just really just jiving, but we were meeting other people like Jen and her family and other people that were going to be on the cruise. And it was really, I mean, we just knew before we got on the ship how good it was going to be. I'm not kidding.
We could tell right away.
You posted, this is going to be the most epic cruise,
my
cruise
Lord.
ever. And it was.
And although it wasn't, but cheers to you all. So raise a glass
Cheers.
to everyone.
I do have a little bit of something over
Please,
here.
please don't spill.
I'm not gonna spill it.
Okay. Because if we didn't have, cheers.
Cheers.
Because if we didn't have enough on the ship, but
We have to have our Sunday night cocktail. You know?
tonight's live stream not sponsored by Buffalo Trace, but still accepting applications for sponsorship.
Is Heather in the chat yet? Heather's
I've not
getting,
seen
I don't know.
Heather yet.
If Heather's not in the chat, and she may or may not. She might be slow. She might be resting up for a week of work. But
see, I saw
she's gonna give me a hard time. Cheers, Heather.
I saw Lori says we can hear you, and we have the cruise crud too. So I would say that if you saw any of our pictures,
I'm sorry you got it too.
We were definitely in close proximity this week. So definitely.
There's so many more pictures I have to post, and guys, I promise you, I have some very disciplined cruising vlog schedule coming out, not only for this past one, but also for past ones that have not come out.
Oh, can we expect vlog from this?
We can absolutely expect vlog. We can expect it soon.
Yes. Looking forward to it. But so one of the things, so we had to meet up at the hotel, but then the next morning, I'll tell you, it was so easy to get over to Port Everglades for most of us. One Uber driver, apparently it was his first day, but everybody else got over there nice and early.
That wasn't our car. That wasn't our car.
No,
It was somebody
our
else's.
car got there.
I don't
nice
know where
and
the heck they were going. Sorry. It was yeah.
Chris says you have to wean yourself off. You can't go cold turkey up.
You know,
it is. It's kind of it's like a titrate down. Kind of
Chris, we did miss you guys.
Oh my God,
we missed you guys.
Yes. There were so many people. I mean, it was so fantastic having the group that we had, and so many people that had mentioned that they wanted to go or wish they could have made it, and it would have been so awesome to have like those people on top of everyone we had.
I'm just thinking, Chris was in the belly flop contest last year.
Yes.
And this year we had somebody in the belly flop contest.
Ooh, who would
I
have
think
between Chris and Tim.
I don't know.
Maybe in the next cruise, Chris.
We
and
should
Tim
have our own belly flop contest.
Oh, geez.
No, I'm gonna challenge our group cruises that we always have to have somebody represent.
Okay.
I think somebody should always represent. So
I think that's a good.
Yeah.
Shayna said, "Did Tim win?" We didn't see it. Well, he wasn't quite as robbed as
he did really good. He got some really good scores. He was the first. He was in the running for a while. But I will say this: as much as I loved him and he did fantastic, I think he did come in second place. As much as I love him and as good as he did, the guy who won first deserved it. I mean, he wasn't robbed.
He was also on our flight on the way back too.
Was he?
Yeah.
We didn't say hi. We should have.
I saw him in the airport. You were sleeping.
The crowd was kicking in. I don't know.
But yeah, but then we got everybody on the ship. We got over to Port Everglades, super easy. And then we always have a meetup on the ship, right? So we always get our group together, and
getting on the ship is always a little hectic, always a little chaotic.
One of our favorite places to do that is at Lime and Coconut, especially on those types of. So any kind of pool bar, any place you can get to sail away, and we always want to know who's in the group. So we always tell everybody to wear their boarding day T-shirts, right?
Yeah.
So we had a really good logo for this one.
Get up and turn around.
Yeah. So we got it in the background.
Yeah. Because we also have the matching, matching magnet here. But this was our. I don't. Here, wait. Hold on. Let me move the chair a little bit.
Oh yeah.
There you go. No. You don't have to dip. You dip by dip. We dip. So it's okay. Nobody cares about your pajama pants.
It's a Zoom call. So remember those days when everybody just wore pajama pants to work every day?
It was a really good one. Everybody really liked it. We got so many compliments on the ship. Like everybody was like, "Where'd you get that shirt? Where'd you get that shirt?" Well, guys, I designed them. I mean, that's like not whatever, but like like we make them ourselves. We make them according to what we want the theme of our cruise to be. This past group cruise, what we called Journey to Freedom, because we were on Freedom of the Seas. And we called, everybody was coming from all over the place. So it was our journey to freedom. And then it was our journey to freedom. And how cool. And then I don't care which way you go. I don't care what happens. I don't care if you're happy or sad. Of course I care. But my point is I'm
still on the shirt.
I know, but I'm just saying, because we called it Journey to Freedom. It was Freedom of the Seas. And it was election day. And I think in any way, shape, or form, just representing at least us, those of us from the U.S. who, whatever, election day is a big thing. So, it is what it is. Journey to freedom. It was a journey to freedom because we were on freedom of the seas, and we
want to do our part. We want to do our part. So anybody who,
it's cool. It was just cool. It just wrapped up in a nice little bow, and not on purpose.
We got so many compliments on the shirts. What we're going to do is we're going to share this link out here.
Oh yeah.
And we'll also put it in the we'll put it in the Facebook groups too. So if anybody is interested in one of the shirts, we put them back up on our Etsy store, so you can get a hold of those shirts if you want one. So,
yeah. Other stuff's going to be going up there too, because we have old stuff. We've used other stores before, but this one's working out.
We're happy with this.
Yeah, this one's working out pretty well.
Nice.
Well, yeah,
except for that,
we could change. We could change that stuff.
Sorry.
But yeah, our merch goes up and it changes, and it goes up and it comes down, and we whatever. But if you like the Journey to Freedom shirt, which a lot of people were requesting, there's the link.
Kevin says, "LOL, Tony. I feel gypped at this point. We want Brian to twerk it." Kevin, stand by, because March 2nd, 2028, you'll get your wish. For those of you who know what that means. Okay. Anyway, so we'll just move on then.
I don't know what that means.
Lost.
I don't know what that means.
But
okay.
So we do. So first day
was. I do. I know what that means.
Every Sunday.
Now he's gonna leave me hanging.
You guys get this every Sunday. I deal with it every day. But
nobody else knows what that means. It literally had to. Yeah.
Maybe Shannon, just maybe. Anyway, so
Shannon probably got it before I did.
Anyway, so first day is always a sea day, right? Just about every cruise we do. First day is, so now we thought we were going to go to Grand Cayman, to Falmouth, Jamaica, and then off to Labadee. But Patty and Raphael had different plans, so we went backwards.
Just share with everybody who Patty and Raphael are, but just in case,
because everybody knows that Patty and Raphael are the two hurricanes.
The tropical storms, hurricanes that were in the Caribbean. I'm just catching people up, especially for the replay. But anybody else who's in the chat, maybe not everybody knows.
Fair enough.
So who you know, Patty and Raphael were the two tropical storms, hurricanes that were directly where we were,
spinning almost.
It was like we were dancing.
Kevin says those are two of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? But yeah, so for those of you who are new to cruising, unfamiliar with cruising, the ships are probably one of the safest places to be during a hurricane. Because they'll just go elsewhere. I
mean, not to say that they don't have their issues, but yeah.
The ships, the cruise lines, the ports, they all want to dock, but they all want to dock safely. So when there are port changes, instead of getting upset, people should be saying thank you.
You have to be flexible. Yeah, definitely. If they make a change in your itinerary, it's to keep you safe. So for that, we're grateful. I have to say, our itinerary was changed. Our ports didn't change. We were just reversed. We were supposed to go to Grand Cayman, Labadee, then Falmouth. And instead they reversed it and we went to Falmouth, Labadee, then Grand Cayman. And I think it worked out for the best. I mean, we still had we didn't lose any of our excursions. And mind you, we had private excursions booked through a private vendor. We called them, we let them know what was going on. They said no problem. They were able to switch and reverse us and still accommodate us. So we're going to talk about that. So let's not leave them waiting. So the first day was a sea day.
So I just want to hit a few of these comments.
Okay.
So
hit some comments.
Shannon said Freedom handled the rough seas well. So I did feel a little movement. I did.
Oh yeah, I think everybody did.
It wasn't bad.
I still have some sea legs going on.
Kevin wants to know, most important, did we get casita number 9? Almost. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Julie's going to talk about the ports. So we ended up canceling the casita. In exchange because the ports stayed on.
We had a casita booked. Not for a sea day. We had a fantastic spot for a sea day. And if you're familiar with the ship, we kind of had on the first sea day, we were downstairs outside the Lime and Coconut and had a bunch of us just kind of like right there, kind of in front of the bar between the pool and the hot tub. So it was a great spot. And then the last sea day, we were upstairs in that like little like alcove area that had some chairs, and then some chairs outside that were right outside casita number 7. Was that Sunset Street, I think, which was also a really great spot. And we all kind of congregated there, and yeah, I mean, amazing spots. But we did cancel our casita because we hit all our ports and we had great spots at the pool.
But we did talk to Dejan was in charge of the casitas.
No, you did. I didn't.
And I tried to negotiate, and apparently Royal Caribbean is not interested in negotiating the price of casitas when they're in high demand on a cruise ship. So,
well, there was a couple that were unclaimed. A couple that were unclaimed. And we said, well, hey, we'll claim them. You want to give us a sea day deal? They're like, nope. Okay. They stayed empty. There's 2 of them.
The onboard price was $450.
Yeah, 2 of them stayed empty. That's okay. We didn't need them.
Decided that was not a necessary expense because we had such a good spot and everybody was up there with us anyway. And the dog is sitting on my foot again. And but
we need to keep it going because there's so much I want to talk about.
Let's get to our first event.
Well, okay. So do we talk about the first sea day we sat downstairs, we chilled out at the pool.
We all had dinner together.
Oh, we had our slot pull. The first sea day.
That was first sea day.
Well, day number 2. Yes, first sea day. Oh. We had our slot pull. We even had some people ask to join us from outside of our group, which we did allow.
Absolutely.
So, Mike, thank you for jumping in, and he's a lot of fun. And we ended up putting in, there was, how many of us were there all together? 18, 16.
16, I think.
16, 17, yeah. About of us all together. We put in 20 each.
No, 18.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
And we ended up with 16.
Doesn't matter. We all put in $20. We played Wheel of Fortune. And everybody walked away with $16. So,
not bad.
For a really great time, a lot of fun, and a lot of really great slot pulls. We all lost $4, and there was a little bit of extra change that is being donated. So, that was donated. So, yeah.
So and then every night we always have dinner together. Dinner was a little.
The first night it's always
a little chaotic.
But we're on day 2 already. But yeah, the first night, we have to because we're in a group and we have to organize everything. But yeah, no. So the second day was just like pool day, slot pull, show.
I was going to say, let's talk about Monday night.
You say Monday. I'm on day 1, day 2.
Day 2.
Okay. Yeah, this one's long.
Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we had the slot pull, and then we got together and we reserved the owner's box at Playmakers.
Yes.
And so our group met there and we watched Monday Night Football. And it was one of the best things that we've ever done. It was so fun. We had the area. Ryan, thank you. Ryan was our server from Playmakers. He was absolutely fantastic. He took really great care of us. He made sure everybody was just, good, and made sure that,
So what the owner's
our
box...
chairs were in the right spot. That the kids kind of went off to the little side because we had kids in our group, and they were still there and they were happy. They were duck hunting and playing on iPads during it too.
So what the owner's box is a little private reserved area in Playmakers. Additional fee, but with that fee you get some pitchers of beer, you get some appetizers, you get some wings, and you get the box for an entire game.
For the game.
So we reserved it for Monday Night Football, and it seemed to be a popular event. Almost our entire group was there for that, and it was so awesome to be able to spend some time in Playmakers.
Yeah, and have our own little private spot.
Yeah, it was great.
It was really nice that we kind of were able to get together, not have to worry about
So let us know in the chat. Have you been in the owner's box? Do you like to watch the sporting events on the ship? Let us know.
If you were there, did you like it? I mean, would you do it again? Should we do it again? Because I would like to do it again. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But it really ultimately it comes down to the group and what they liked. And I think that everybody liked it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But then Tuesday was our first port day.
Port day, yeah. And so we were supposed to be Grand Cayman. That was reversed. So then instead we were in Labadee. Labadee, Haiti. Haiti is back open. Ships can visit there. We visited there with no problem at all. Very, very safe. What a beautiful island. Oh my God. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Labadee is stunningly gorgeous.
Labadee, for those of you who don't know, is Royal Caribbean's private beach area on the very, very far north side of Haiti, close to the Dominican Republic, on the very other side of a very tall mountain range, very far away from Port-au-Prince, where all the issues are happening right now. So I would say, Julie, did you feel safe the entire time we were there?
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
Never
I didn't never concern at all.
The vendors were a little rough.
They're very aggressive. You definitely get the aggressive vendors there who, they are allowed to market their wares there. And there's lots of things. Some beautiful, beautifully done work. I mean, a lot of the stuff is handmade and it is local. So don't be afraid to purchase, to negotiate, to buy. But know that they are aggressive. They are aggressive. So don't be afraid to just walk on by if you're not interested.
Tony says, I'll take Labadee over Coco K any day. Ooh, I don't know if I would agree with you, Tony.
Well, see, and I'm going to be in the middle. So I think you're going to take one stance, Tony's going to take the other, and I'm going to be in the middle. I appreciate both of them very much for what they are. They're different. While they have some aspects that are similar. I would appreciate both of them. I would love, and we've looked at itineraries, and Tony, I think you've been on them. Itineraries that goes to both Labadee and Coco K.
All right, let us know in the chat, Labadee or Coco K.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take a vote.
Keep that going while we keep talking about it a little bit.
Because honestly, Labadee's beautiful, and it is. You have more of that, like, just like home feel of an island in a safe spot. Coco K is like just getting off the ship and being on the ship on land. So while they're both really cool. I appreciate them both. I'll take any itinerary that goes to both.
I like the mountains of Labadee better than the view at Coco K.
Oh yeah, so gorgeous.
But Jennifer, a lot of people agree with the vendors. Shana said the vendors. Jennifer said the vendors. Yeah, they were very. It's like Shana said. Your heart goes out. Like,
yeah,
it's a poor island, and tourism is their lifeblood. It's how they eat.
Their livelihood. Yeah, definitely.
Matt says I'm half and half. Labadee is stunning. Sean's here. Hello, Sean. Welcome in down under cruisers. I would say so on Labadee. There's a couple things that you can do. The beach is the best. The beach is great. But we did the Dragon's Tail coaster.
Yeah.
Julie, would you mind giving us your recreation?
Yes.
For everyone at home. Could you give us a recreation of what the Dragon's Tail looked like for you?
So, this wooden alpine slide of a coaster is...
It's not wooden.
I mean, the rails are metal, but everything else is wooden.
Richard and Lori, would you mind helping us with a
it's wooden
audio?
It's wooden.
A repeat of what Julie sounded like on the.
Listen. So hold on. So before we go, it's always cheaper to buy tickets like this before you get on the cruise, right? So and there was plenty of people that walked up and they said, I want to do this, and they purchased their tickets on the spot. So that is possible. I think they were going for around $20 per person on the spot there. That also will fluctuate based on availability and what they have on the ship. I think beforehand they went down as low as like $12 or $13 per person, but they also were as high as like $40 or $50 per person. So you could see the vast range that these tickets, and because they do fluctuate, you can always, if you purchase them before, cancel and repurchase at a lower price, but that's something different. Anyway, Brian says, let's do this. The kids want to do it. Well, Katie and Kev are too young to do it themselves. They're allowed to go for free. They don't charge you for them, but they have to go with a paying adult, and the adult has to drive. So Brian says, there's 5 of us. Little Brian can drive himself. I can, he can drive one of them, and I can drive the other. The coaster, while it's cool, was not on my list. I didn't have a choice. Katie decides she wants to go with Dad. Kev decides he wants to go with me. And all I'm going to say is, wow, stunning views. And it was a lot of fun. And yes, I might even do it again. Stay tuned for the vlog.
Let's just say you weren't riding with the kid with the need for speed. Katie's pushing my hands
here's
down.
The thing.
Kev's
Kev's like, Mom, can you please not scream in my ear the entire time next time? Because I'm in the back, he's in the front, and I'm driving. Well, here's forward is forward, back is brake. But when you're going down there, like, I kept forgetting which one was which, and I was wanting to brake, and I was going forward. We were going faster, and then I'm screaming louder, but then I'm like pulling back, but then I'm like, no, that's wrong, and I'm going forward. Oh my God. Guys, it's an experience. It's a lot of fun. It's worth it. It was absolutely worth every cent that we paid.
Some of the other stuff they had
a lot of fun
at Labadee, they got the Dragon's Breath zip line that goes over the water. Tons of great beaches.
You could kayak and do other things. They have that jumpy thing on the water too. You can do
but
$20 per person per hour.
This was my one complaint of Labadee. When you go to Coco K, there's obviously an upcharge for the hideaway. There's an upcharge for like day beds. There's an upcharge
for the water park.
For the water park. But most of the stuff on the island.
Well, they also have kayaking and they also have snorkeling and they have other things there too.
I just felt like on Labadee, your choices were sit on the beach or pay to use the water slide, pay to use the roller coaster.
I disagree with you. I think that the only thing that Labadee is missing that Coco K has, and when I say missing, I don't think it's missing it. I'm just saying the difference is that Labadee doesn't have a pool. I know, and that's what I was gonna say. I said you like a pool, so while you are missing a pool,
I think
honestly, if it had that, it would be no different.
I think Brian
from
Jr.,
what we do.
I think Brian Jr. agrees with me
no.
in not being as big of a fan of sand.
Most definitely. Let's move on to our next day. So that night we got back on board. Labadee was great. Oh, Katie got her hair braided.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
That is one thing that Labadee and Coco K are very good for, is if you're going to do hair braiding for the kids or for yourself.
Yep.
It's definitely a good spot.
Good spot.
One comment here, we'll just highlight here is Jennifer says, Labadee for the beaches. We stayed at Barefoot Beach and it was amazing. Oh, Barefoot Beach. Very nice. So we looked at that. That's the upcharge, I think, though, right? I think Barefoot Beach is the upcharge. Just give me the thumbs up if we're right on that one.
We went down to Columbus Beach, and while it was really nice and I really liked our spot, I don't know that I would go back to that spot again.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I did like it. I mean, it was worth going there and experiencing. So, anyway, next day, we get on the ship. We go to dinner. That was fun. Now we're on day 4. That was already day 3. Can you believe it? Now we're already at day 4. That's what it feels like when you wake up. Day 4, we were in Jamaica. Jamaica me crazy, man. What? We've never been to Falmouth.
No, that was our first time in Falmouth.
And many people we talked to haven't been to Falmouth before because they go into the other ports, either down by Ocho Rios, whatever. Wow. I can't wait to go back to Falmouth. I loved the port. Loved it.
I love the port.
I loved the port. It was absolutely stunning. I mean, they did a great job with it. Lots of really great vendors. I love the straw market. I love the shops. I thought it was just a really awesome port.
Now, what we did with our group in Falmouth was we utilized. Why am I at work? We used Resort for a Day. Resort for a Day passes were available for 2 resorts in the Montego Bay area. Now that's
I think there was even maybe a couple more, but
no, there
the 2 that we had it narrowed down to.
So in Falmouth, you're kind of halfway between Montego Bay and Ocho Rios. Mm-hmm. So when people go to Jamaica, one of the things they always talk about is Dunn's River Falls, which is in Ocho Rios. Fantastic excursion.
There's the other falls too.
Yeah, there's a Conoco Falls.
Yeah.
So Jamaica's great for the falls. Where Falmouth is it's in Trelawney Parish, which is right by the Martha Brae River. So if you wanted to go to Blue Hole, if you wanted to do the bamboo rafts that go down the Martha Brae River, it's a good spot for that. We didn't think that was going to be great for our kids, so we did the resort for a day, and we went over to the Hilton Rose Hall. It was a great little resort. I think with the itinerary change, it changed our timing a little bit, and we kind of didn't get as much time at that resort as I think would have been, you know, we got there a little later. There were not a lot of chairs left because we arrived later. A little bit of a wait for food and stuff like that. But ultimately, it was a great resort. It was only about, what would you say, 20, 25-minute ride from Falmouth?
It was 20 minutes. We
Yeah.
timed it. It was 20 minutes. You got to see a lot of the local land, and they gave us a nice little narrative of the tour, where we were, how they build their houses. We got to see the world's fastest guy, the world's fastest man, the high school he went to.
Mhm.
As we went through, that they were narrating, and it's such a beautiful landscape. And
I'm just getting caught up in the chat. It looks like so sorry, just to jump back.
please.
Richard, looks like you got stung by the jellyfish in Labadee. Also, our kids got it too. But what we did find was over at the lifeguard station, they had a bottle of vinegar. And we walked right over. They sprayed the kids, and relief in a couple of minutes.
I'm just gonna say, I was on a previous cruise when I was volunteering. I was on Blue Lagoon in Nassau, and little guy got stung by a jellyfish, and we went to the lifeguard there. Now, mind you, this is an excursion. I think it was through the ship, but an excursion through the ship at Blue Lagoon. Little guy gets stung by a jellyfish. And, you would think, and I don't mean to downplay this, but you would think that the world ended. They scooped him up. They had to write an incident report. They brought him to the lifeguard station. It took 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It was such a pain in the butt for something that was very, very simple. He was just a little bit bothered by it. It stung. It hurt him. He was a little guy. And I wanted to be like, dude. And I was a little nervous when we went to the lifeguard because Kev got stung here, and we knew. And I've always said I want to bring that vinegar with me, and I forgot it this time. And the vinegar, the lifeguard right away said, "No problem, come here." Sprayed him. Said that should take a couple minutes, but it should help, and it did. And I just wanted to be like, oh my goodness, how much easier and grateful was I that there was this wasn't an incident. It was. Listen, there's jellyfish in the water. You're in the ocean.
Tip of the day: pack a little vinegar with you when you travel.
Little tiny spray bottles.
Welcome in, Dre and Michelle. Nice to see you guys. And Sean says the Australian and you say that the Australian jellyfish are dangerous. Sean, stand by a minute because we're about to talk about stingrays too. So we're going to get there in a second. But
these you can get these at Target, at Walmart, at any drugstore. It's a 2-ounce. Spray bottle right here,
and that won't get taken from your.
It will not. You can put it in your. You can put it in your carry-on. You can put it in luggage. You can take it on a plane. You can take it on the ship. No problem. You fill it with a little bit of vinegar, and you have enough vinegar. No problem at all. So this is a tip that I recommend. And guess what? My empty bottle was sitting right up in my kitchen, exactly where I knew where it was.
Ooh.
I didn't bring it with us this time. My bad.
Jennifer says have to have service, but found drink charges on our invoice, even though we had the drink package. I need to find out what went wrong. We actually got hit with one drink charge on Labadee also, but they reversed it.
Reversed it?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if maybe they. I don't know.
Jennifer, either contact Royal Caribbean directly, or if you went through your travel agent, I forget what we talked about there. Use your travel agent for stuff like that. That's definitely stuff.
Yeah.
We
Same
take
thing
care
with
of
towels.
stuff like that for our clients all the time. So that's definitely something that.
Yes, and towels too. We've done that too.
Yeah.
We've definitely had people reach out to us after the fact and said, "I returned my towel. I don't know why there was a charge," and that is something that can be dealt with. So. Look at your invoices, everybody. Just double check them, make sure everything's okay. And if it's not, you can reach out to the company. You can definitely have your travel agent take care of that.
Couple things you want to do: check your invoice when you get home. Make sure everything's right with your credit card, because there are people that your travel agent can call to fix that. And the other thing you want to make sure you do is, everybody, when you get home, you get that email survey. Make sure you do that survey quick, because
you only have 1 week to do it.
Yeah. So get it done.
And in my experience, I think it's cut off every single time at a week.
Yep.
There's been a couple times where I missed it, and I felt terrible because I really, really, really want to acknowledge
acknowledge by name.
by name. And when you fill out the survey, it says, how did you feel about this? 1 to 10. Oh, yes, good, yay, whatever. But it's got a comment section. They don't ask you in the survey specifically to name people. But knowing that you should name people is enough, because that's how the crew that works so hard for you, especially if they go above and beyond, that's how they get promotions. And that's how they get their days, extra, maybe some extra time off. That's how they get their accolades and their attaboys and attagirls from their supervisors. So please, please, please fill out the surveys and use people's names. It doesn't matter where you put them in, because they work hard. They work hard for you.
Well, ultimately, Jamaica was a great day. The resort was great.
Oh,
I wish we would have had a little more time there.
We did resort for a day. We went to Hilton Rose Hall. We had a great time. Those water slides were really fun.
They were fun.
We spent way more time in the pool than we did the ocean.
Ocean was a little rough.
The food
Steve was angry that day, my friends.
We got there later than we were expected, so that kind of played a little bit with whatever. But we ended up getting a great spot to sit together.
Oh yeah.
And ultimately, we had a really, really nice day, a really nice time with everybody that did that. Everything was included: our food, our drink, and all the amenities that they had there. Other than golf and spa. But one of the other things, so after we left that, we went back. We had some time in Falmouth to shop. And I just want to give a shout out to the shops are nice, but the straw market really is where the market is where the vendors come in. They can be pushy too, not as pushy as Haiti and Labadee, but they want to. This is their livelihood. But what I look for is the true, handmade crafting things that people have to offer. And I came across Denworth. Denworth was there.
Yeah,
Denworth.
He was nice.
And he was an artist, and he had his little stand right there with all of his paintings, and they ranged from small to big. And
did you put it up yet?
I did. I have it. So it's in our background. I'm gonna pull up with this right here. I said to Denworth, I said, I absolutely love your art. It's so beautiful. Please, what can I get? And it was hard to pick. I could have picked 17 different pieces, but I ultimately just went with something that I thought would go nice in our little background here. So our background changes from here to there. But
we try to include.
If you're in Jamaica, if you're in Falmouth, and you swing by and say hi to Denworth, please let him know that we say hello. He was such a wonderful human being.
Where did that come from? You put that too?
Yeah, we'll get there. We're not there yet.
Well, let's get there because
I know, that's what I was trying to tell you before. But anyway, I just want to show everybody. Denworth hand painted this, and he had so many really lovely, lovely pieces. And then he added the Jamaica at the bottom for me when I bought it. That wasn't there. He added that on, and he does everything is handmade, and he had beautiful sunset pictures. The kids were we were torn what we wanted. Yeah. And then when I bought it, he has it signed too. But anyway, this is
an original Denworth. When he
takes
takes off, we had one of the first ones.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, his work is really, really beautiful. But there's so many artists and so many crafters there. So please support the locals, support the locals, support the locals.
Let's move on to our third port, because I still have some on the ship stuff and some.
Well, that'll bring you right to this one, the one that you said. What you want that too?
Let you go on a port for 5 minutes,
guys. Anyway. We were in Grand Cayman. So Grand Cayman was supposed to be day 3, and instead it was day 5. We had a private excursion booked for that day, and they were able to move it, no problem. We took 15 or 16?
15 people.
15 people out. We went snorkeling. We went to Stingray City, and we went to Starfish Point. So we saw the starfish, we saw the stingrays, and we saw beautiful snorkeling. The water was rough. Guys, there was hurricanes out in the Caribbean. It was not calm, pristine waters. It didn't matter. We were buoyant. I mean that.
Yeah.
Like there was noodles and vest available.
Well, I'm gonna say
I needed a noodle more in Bonaire than I needed here. I just feel like even with the waves going up and down, I was absolutely fine.
huge shout out to Captain Marvin's, who was
Yep.
a fantastic vendor.
Super.
Maurice and George were awesome in taking us out.
Maurice,
Now
George,
we did, as
we
like
love
Julie
you.
said,
Thank
we
you.
did the Stingray City thing. You know, it sounds kind of touristy, but you know what? Our kids had never been there, and it was a great experience for them. They were great with the with the group, with the kids, making sure that the stingrays came over. And I mean, it's always easier when you feed them, of course. So
next week when we go live, I haven't had time to put it together yet, but our intro, I will update it to include pictures from our most recent trip, so that way you can see some of our stingray pictures and some of our other things. So,
Chris wants to know: is there a new ship wheel in the background?
there is. We're getting to that one, Chris. I love that you were on it.
Oops. Let's see. Sorry. So we talked about our 3 ports, and I mean, Grand Cayman was great. The snorkeling, the Stingray City, everything was fantastic.
Katie loved the stingrays, and Kev said the massages were the best. That we're like crawling up our back and massaging our back. If you're not part of our community group, join our community group. You can see pictures there as well.
And wait for the vlogs on that one, because
there's gonna be some really good vlogs.
Tim is gonna hate us for the videos that we post from that, because that was
we'll be
hilarious. Hilarious. So anyway, and
then we had Tom, who was the stingray whisperer. Like legit, the stingray whisperer.
Is that a title list? Yes, it is a title list. I love that you caught the reference. Thank you. I quote at least 3 to 4 movies a day at work, and then when my coworkers don't get that, well, yeah, it's upsetting. Sometimes they get homework instead of.
Maybe you're just old.
Yeah, but that's okay. But anyway, so we talked about the great ports, but
yeah,
I mean, we also spent a lot of time together with our group on the ship in the evenings. And 2 of our favorite places to go to on the Freedom class and Oasis class ships is our schooner bar, where you had Curtis, who was great.
Curtis was so nice. And Kevy got to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Curtis, thank you so much. He was fantastic. He was so enjoyable to listen to.
And the other great place we stopped was the pub, the Bull and Bear pub. We spent a lot of time in there. And Darla Fox, if you're not following her, Darla Fox music, she was great. We actually even got to listen to one of her own original songs.
Her original
last night.
So good. Stay tuned, because there may be I think she might be sharing that. So hopefully she shares that.
But yeah, really so we had some great times in the pub, great times. And now, I mean, we're talking about all these things. And
she sang some really special songs too.
Yeah, she did some really nice stuff. Some really, really, really good.
She's so talented. And what I've noticed too from following on Instagram and TikTok and things is like she really does have a following too. Like people remember her, they follow her, they like want her. Like watch her. Yeah.
But so it was a great trip. We kind of glossed over everything super, super fast with that. But we did want to give you a little bit of a reminder, because we did have to update the background there. We did have to update our background to say
big number.
I know.
Well, we might have to work on that.
So, well, here's what I'll say.
I mean, there's the potential for something being sooner.
Well, hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Okay, take your time.
There it is.
Don't worry.
Nobody's waiting.
Nobody's waiting.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
Nothing's on fire. Everything's fine. So here we go. Screen. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. So what that 244 days is that's our countdown to our next group cruise. So our next group cruise is going to be on a Carnival ship this time. We're going to be going on the Sunrise from July 12th through 17th of 2025. We've partnered up with Sharon at Sea Travel, and we're very excited for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun people, a fun ship with a lot of fun activities, and it's meant for for everybody. We want you to bring, bring grandma, bring grandpa, bring the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the kids, bring everybody. Reach out to us, howwecruise@gmail.com. Reach out to Sharon at c@gmail.com. If you're not booked on this one, you need to be. It's another short one. It's only 5 days. So you have no excuses. Everybody's got time to take off of work for this one. It doesn't interfere with the kids' sports or the school. So any excuse that you throw out at us other than I'm booked on another cruise is just not acceptable. So you need to be there with us for that one. So, but yeah, so if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that. The other thing I wanted to throw out there is we've been getting emails from Royal Caribbean since we got home to keep your eyes out in the next couple days.
They miss us.
They do. Well, yes, of course they do. But keep your eyes out in the next couple days because we'll be sharing on our Facebook community group the early releases for the Black Friday sales because we're getting to that time. Christmas is coming.
It's really quick. I mean,
the holidays are coming.
Slap in the face when we got off the plane and we saw those
my gosh.
Christmas decorations. It was like, oh, okay, we're ready. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, so definitely keep your eye out because cruise planner purchases are going to be on sale. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing up to 50% off on deluxe beverage packages.
That's good.
That's very good.
That's really good.
Royal hasn't done that in a while, so keep an eye out for that. But we'll have more details in our Facebook community group. We'll be posting that out.
Too late, you already. We do know. We know.
Yes. All right. You get a pass.
We got you.
This once. It's a one-time exception, Richard. One time. But wait, hold on.
Sean.
Sure. So you forget that 5 days.
5 days for us is 3 weeks for him.
Oh.
Which is this is.
Well, it's kind of a longer flight, so we'll give. We're giving them too many free passes. We should just give away a free cruise for. No. Not tonight. One day.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's coming.
What do you got? You got anything to give away tonight or no? What do you got? Anything over there?
Well, sure, but hold on. Let's finish what we're talking about.
Oh.
Because so Grand Cayman, our last day at sea. Last day at sea, amazing. Hung out at the pool. We did our gift exchange. We did our gift exchange a little bit different this time. Instead of doing a cabin gift exchange where we had to go around to each cabin and do like multiple groups or whatever, we did sort of like a gift exchange where it was like one gift per person, and then we did like a white elephant-y, if you know what that is, like a white elephant type exchange where we drew numbers and you can swap and you can whatever. And then, but Chris Cram also asked, is there a new wheel?
Oh, so the last event we do on every cruise is
yes, there is. We
really like to recognize the people that sail with us as part of our groups. And this is kind of a little tradition that we've started our cruisy
awards. Cru C. CREW.
Which I'm sure is probably taken by somebody else and copyrighted, but we don't care. We're going to do it anyway.
CSEA? I don't know how I spell. Anyway, doesn't matter. Cruisy Awards. So this was last year's 2023.
Get ready. Wait till you see how different this one is. Ready?
Wait for it. This is this year's.
It's got a 2024 on it.
Okay, 2024. So, but we do a number of these, and we pick out things that stand out during our group cruises that are fun and just stand out, and ways that people engage and have fun with us on the group cruise. So we like to do that. And yes, there was 2024 How We Cruise Cruisy Awards.
So that's
what was your favorite award that we gave out?
That's not fair.
I know. You can't pick.
No, I mean, listen.
No,
we had such a fantastic crew.
We gave out 9. Just so you know, 9 Cruisy Awards.
Such a fantastic group with us.
We don't go in with a number. We know we have the awards, and then we go in and we pick them throughout the week as we see fit. So, it could be anything.
Well, we did have. So I will give one we'll give one shout out because we had two. We had one
Oh,
award
yeah.
that was
That-
very
so close, so
super close.
It was hard to pick, and yeah,
It came down to the Wardens and the Vandenarens for the completion of the selfies, the string bag selfie scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
All right. So what we did is we did a scavenger hunt where you had to take. So, and I give credit to all of you here in the chat, because this comes down to
it was a selfie scavenger hunt that they had to do. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. It's your thing. It's his thing. So.
But I appreciate all of you for sharing your pictures with us in our community group. We have our string bags that people post up pictures with, and it's so nice of you to share your pictures with us that we wanted to see how many pictures we could get. So, and you guys did a great job getting your pictures with your string bags and
it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
And it came down to a really, really, really tight call.
It was close.
So anyway, that's a lot of fun to do. And yeah.
So we try to mix it up on every cruise. So we'll see what we do different.
Sometimes it's like best dressed on dress up night. Sometimes it's, how many things you participate in. Sometimes it's how creative you can be with one of our events. I mean, there's so many things. So many things. So one other thing I want to mention.
Go ahead.
Guys, Freedom of the Seas is a Freedom class ship. So they have the Freedom, Independence, and the Liberty of the Seas on Royal Caribbean. They have some absolutely amazing rooms, and we had the best room. I'm gonna sneeze here for a second. I apologize. I feel it coming on.
So there's different types of cruise. Yeah, I mean, obviously you got your, God bless you.
Thank you.
Your interiors, your ocean views, your balconies, God bless you, and your suites.
You know once I start.
Oh boy, here we go. Am I going to have to finish this?
No, I'm good. I'm good now.
But yeah, so you've got your interiors, your ocean views, your balconies, and your suites pretty much as your standard cruise ship cabin classes. And this cruise, we had probably one of your favorite rooms on this ship.
Yeah. Well, I think it was your favorite. I love a balcony, but I was totally worth forgoing the balcony to have this room. This room was absolutely fantastic with a family of 5. So we had 3 kids, we had 2 bunk beds, we had a pull-out couch, we had our beds together, and we had more than that, we had space.
Oh, it's such
space to move and literally not sit on, like crawl over each other's legs to just get from one end of the room to the other. Amazing. Also, a very great big thank you and a huge shout out to Cindy Siegle. Thank you so much. I wish we could have crossed paths. They were on the ship before us. We were on after them, and they left us with our room attendant a little gift in our room. So that was really, really, really nice. They loved it. We loved it. And so nice of Joe, the room attendant that we had, the cabin steward that we had to deliver that as well. So, I mean, I can't think of anything that I would have changed about this cruise.
I would have had everybody here.
Yeah, okay.
Also,
sure.
In addition to the people that were with us, because our groups have become one of the most fun parts of our business. We started this whole thing just doing some vlogs, and we grew into the full service travel agency, and we love every single one of you guys showing up here every Sunday night to chat with us. And we love you participating in the groups and coming on the trips with us.
We really do. We really do.
It's so appreciative that. See, I get upset. Not upset.
You get emotional.
I do.
But you also mentioned full service, guys. We don't stop at cruising. We do everything. So if there's another trip that you want to take and you want somebody to help you with it, we can definitely guide you and help you, and at no cost to you. All we do is help you plan an amazing, trip, whether it's a land-based, whether it's an all-inclusive, whether it's a cruise. You know, we can help you with it, and it doesn't cost you anything. So.
Oh, hold on. We just got to go back to your room for 1 second, because Jen says, which room was it? So, Jen, at the front of the ship, we
have awesome pictures and some video, Jen. So stay tuned for it.
The room tour will be coming. Yeah. But at the front of Royal Caribbean Freedom and Oasis class ships, and I think Voyager class also, there are a bunch of rooms that accommodates up to 6 people. which if you're dealing with a kids sale free deal, like we still are for most of our kids, it works out really well financially in the off-peak season. So you can cram as many kids in there under the age of 12.
We were in
as you
room
can.
8200.
Yeah.
So
8200.
8200.
And so we
It was
specifically picked that because on that floor, instead of the rooms being vertical or lengthwise with the ship, they're turned this way, and you actually get almost twice as much space.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, I literally felt like we were in a suite.
It did.
And not like a
think-
junior suite. Like I felt like we
think
were in a
that
suite. We had so much room.
That was bigger than the junior suite on
Yes,
on
definitely.
Anthem of the Seas.
Yeah, fantastic room. So anyway, guys, awesome group cruise. Thank you to everybody who came with us. Thank you for everybody who joined us after the fact and jumped in and just, became part of our group. And I hope that we definitely sail with you again. So stay tuned for our future group cruises. But if there's anything else you want to go on,
Yeah.
let us know, because we might just jump in with you too.
That's happened before. We've had people reach out to us, and this might be happening next
couple times. Well, next November we will have a group cruise next November. Jersey week is a great week for us to travel, for the kids to travel, for Jersey people to travel.
Mm-hmm.
We love to plan things. We are in the works. We do have 2 things held.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one we're going to be on.
I do.
I don't know which one we're going to, I really don't. I don't know which one we're going to be on, but we have 2 held. So even if we're not on it, we might have a group rate held for you that you can go on and still take advantage of the, the perk of having maybe a discounted rate.
Absolutely. So, hey, reach out to us, book one of our group cruises. We want to see you in 244 days. But if we can't see you in 244 days, we'll at least see you in 7 days, because we'll see you next Sunday night right here at 9 p.m. because we're back in the swing of things, and we're going to be doing these lives again every Sunday night. So
I'm going to challenge me to have something posted before then, a vlog.
Can you have a vlog up?
I'll have a vlog up before then.
Now, no cheating. It's got to be a vlog. It can't be just like a short.
No, it's going to be a vlog. I will have a vlog up before next week. I know, I just said it. I know, I'm like, as I say, that's okay. Vlog it before next week. And we will have a slideshow from this past group cruise, so people could see everything.
If you can do that, I'll have an onboard credit giveaway.
Okay. A good one.
All right. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember, your assignment for next week is to bring a friend. But until then,
we'll see you on the seas.